Okay, so on to the next track in April's Magical Inner Sound series, man. And now it's heating up, now we're going into the BTS that I love. It's that punchy, vibey, substantive BTS, man. This one over here is called Shadow. There is a write-up over here that I need to read that April gave us, so let me just read that quickly for you. Suga of BTS, Shadow in this track. Suga delves into the psychological Carl Jung's. I love the fact that we're on Carl Jung over here. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow, or our eternal darkness side that we hide from the world. As the rapper gets more successful, so does his shadow grows, as dark as the light's intense. In this track, Suga delves into the psychologist Carl Jung's concept of the shadow, or our internal dark side that we hide from the world. As the rapper gets more successful, so his shadow grows, as dark as the light's intense. Okay, we've read that already. Namjoon shared during the interview for MOTS 7, saying, as you go higher, your shadow will grow even bigger, although you cannot fully overcome the difficulty. Becoming a friend with your shadow is an important thing. That's actually knowing your demons, right? Because if you don't know them, they will destroy you. There will be times when your shadow will get the best of us, well, the best of you, and it's okay to accept that happens. Through the acceptance of ourselves, we will then recognize how we can invest our experience into what brings us hope. How can we keep grounded, uplift others, and remember why we love what we do? Actually, also within that, I mean, I'll obviously speak within the song over there with regard to knowing that we can turn to the dark side very easily as human beings is actually quite important, but I'll speak more about that once we start listening to the song. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's go to Shadow. Let's go. I can see their videos are great though, hey.
I wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be the rocks, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king, I wanna go win, I wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be rocked, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king, I wanna be me, I wanna pick thing more boy, let me see, I got a big trim, yeah, ooh, man, it's hard to 내가 어디까지
Okay, whoa, fire. I'm really loving where we're going with this over here, right? But you got to notice that repetitiveness over there, those kind of words. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be this, I want to be that. That kind of affirmation, that consistent repetitiveness, actually looking into the mirror and actually saying those things, actually putting it out there, right, about yourself, actually is a very, very, very powerful thing, right? It's actually putting into the world, it's putting that energy out into the world, that those are the things you want to be. And it's not about putting it out into the world, it's actually about rewiring your neural pathways in your brain, right? So that it actually, you go from these negative thoughts and these negative neural pathways that you've created habits out of, right? And sort of armor plating your mind and rewiring them to that positive habit thing. You know what I mean? I am great, I am beautiful, I am purposeful, I am meaningful, all those kind of things, that repetitiveness in your brain, right? That kind of thing. And if you act on that every single day, and even if you improve yourself 1% every single day, and you start creating good habits, right? That literally, the reward centers of your brain, all of that, right, actually changes. It rewires, all right? It starts rewarding you for good habits as opposed to rewarding you for bad habits, right? Because we get rewarded for bad habits. I get rewarded for, oh shit, I want to have 3 beers, right? Your body's actually going to release those dopamines because you enjoy that kind of thing, so it rewards you with that, right? But if you do the same thing on the opposite of that, right, and things that are purposeful, things that are going to build you as a human being, and you make that habitual, your brain will start rewarding you chemically for those good habits. Right? It's actually a very powerful thing. There actually is literature on that. I'm not entirely sure if I've unpacked that well enough, but it's I'm paraphrasing over here, so don't kill me. Let's go. Right, I need to go back just to see what we got.
Boy, let me see, I got a big trim, yeah. Ooh, man, it's hard to 내가 어디까지 정신없이 달리다 보니 어느새 여기까지 왔지. Yeah, environment 그림자 고급스게 보니 더 커 터주잖아 도망쳐봤잖아 따라오는 저 빛과 비례하는 내 그림자 두려워 누구나는 게는 무섭지 아무도 말 안 해줬잖아 여기가 얼마나 외로워.
Flying high is terrifying, absolutely. Anything that requires an immense amount of sacrifice to succeed is terrifying because the fall is going to be even greater, right? My grandmother always used to say the tallest trees fall the hardest, right? Yes, because it's like, but that's why you need to have a good set of roots underneath you. Right? You need to stay humble. You need to stay connected to the ground. So as you grow taller, you don't lose yourself. You don't lose touch with where you came from. Right? The moment you lose touch with where you came from, when that storm comes, as tall as you are, you're going to fall even harder. You know what I mean? So that's a very, 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 very powerful thing over there, especially what he's saying is that you also need to know, your weaknesses, you need to know your strengths, and you need to know what's driving you and what part of your psyche is driving you. Are your demons driving you? Are you just chasing cheap happinesses, or are you entrenched in finding something meaningful and purposeful in your life all the time that actually rewards the soul and not just the bag of flesh and bones? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and the nervous system, like it literally rewards the soul, because we are spiritual beings at the end of the day, and we are worshipping beings. If we worship something that is, if we have nothing greater to worship, we're going to land up worshiping just ourselves, and that's going to be that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? So carry on.
두려워 누구나는 게는 무섭지 아무도 말 안 해줬잖아 여기가 얼마나 외로운지 말여 나의 도약은 추락이 될 수 있단 걸 이제 알겠어 때론 도망이 차선이란 걸 사람들은 뭐 말하지 저 빅속은 찬란한 내 근데 내 그림자대로 더 커져 나를 삼킬 괴물이 돼 저 위로 또 위로만 가다 보니 여긴 어지러워 더 위로만 가는 실온 무사히 바람대로는 언제나 고 있는 순간 저 내려쬐는 빛에 더 커진 그림자.
Oh, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna do this on every single track because literally we started, and as we're going, I'm saying, "Oh no, this track's better. This one's my favorite." And then we get into the next one, and I'm, "Oh no, this one's my favorite." And then we get into the next one, and we're like, "Oh no, this one's my favorite." I told you, BTS is damn fucking good, man. They're substantive. They're very, very, very good artists. At the end of the day, they're not making this one-dimensional type of music. Some people may feel it like they are, right? Because they're not actually listening. Listen to what they do. They are very, very good.
I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go with.
That repetitiveness is so fucking powerful. I've said this 1,000 times, but anyway, carry on.
Mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go.
Imagine you keep telling yourself that every fucking day, every single day. Every single day, you just, I'm gonna be the, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna be great, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Every single fucking day. Imagine spending 5 minutes in the mirror telling yourself what you're gonna be. Imagine that. And then to a certain point, those words will actually morph into action, right? Even if you feel like you're not getting there, those words every single day incrementally are gonna make you better because you believe beyond any shadow of a fucking doubt that you are those things. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people will sit there and say that I struggle with motivation. I say this all of the time. People say I struggle with motivation. No, you don't struggle with motivation. You struggle with self-respect. Forget about the fucking motivation word. This wishy-washy, airy-fairy bullshit word, motivation. No, forget about motivation, right? You struggle with self-respect. Self-respect requires discipline. It requires it. You know what I mean? If you have any respect for yourself, you will be disciplined to ensure that you are doing what you need to do in your life because you respect yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to work harder when you have respect for yourself. Not when you're motivated, when you have respect for yourself. Come on, man. Let's go.
I don't mind. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be. I wanna be left. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich.
like what he's doing over here, where he's actually now going with that repetitiveness, which went from the positive now to the negative, where it got so obsessive to the point that it's almost like now he's forcing it. It's gone from like sort of like a positive thing to like a negative thing, where it's almost like he's taken it from a good space and taken it to the dark space, and now the demon's taking control of that. So now, even though you have very powerful words, but beneath that might come very different objectives. You know what I mean? That can take you down very different avenues. Okay, carry on.
I wanna be.
Distortion is very cool because it plays into the psyche and the mind when your mind is actually very confuddled and your mind's all over the show and it feels like it's just high frequency all the time. Very clever. Yep, you can lose yourself in all of those flashes. That's the problem with fame. That's the problem with fame, is that you can lose yourself in all of that, right? You could live a very external life because it could very easily make you something fake. And that's where that shadow starts creeping in, specifically where it starts off with a good intention, starts off with just doing your art and things like that. And then when it gets to the point where it starts playing into your ego, and it starts playing into, you know, you becoming self-aggrandizing and you becoming greater than everybody else and more virtuous, more righteous than everybody else, right? Or perceived, and you have a greater perceived virtue than anybody else. That's where it starts not only eroding you, but eroding the people and community around you. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. This has been my favorite so far. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.